Steve, we sat here, New Year's Day, mate. New Year's Day, no rest for you, mate. Because
I did have Christmas Day off, by the way. Every other day I've been in, so not just the boxing, the engineering, but lots of plans to happen in 2014 on both businesses. So yeah, we've got to make sure we're in front of the competition, mate.
I've spoke to you a little bit. I spoke to Steve Lillis and a few other people. I'm hearing good rumours, mate. I know you've got 5 shows penciled in to kickstart 2024, and I believe, I know a couple of them you can't actually announce yet, but you're looking at a title fight on each one of them.
Yeah, well, let's start off with our shows then really, Lee. The 2014, I've got the paperwork here now with all my lads and who need to get out, and as in the kids who I think are still for VIP things, I've still got 11 fighters to find work for, which will mean we'll have another show somewhere, but getting venues is proving fairly difficult. But to kickstart, the first VIP show of 2014 is in Liverpool, and the top of the bill there is Jake Barton v Liam Williams,
which is a rematch.
Which is a rematch of what was a really exciting fight. It didn't last long, but you know, it's ebbed and flowed both ways a couple of times before Liam Williams stopped Jake Barton, and you know, Jake wants to put that right, and fortunately enough, the area title which they were fighting and eliminated for is vacant, and so we've managed to get that for the area title. So you know, there's a belt on the line, so there's something a bit special, isn't there, when people fight for belts? Yeah.
Well, it's been proven so many times. So Mickey Ellison, who we might talk about that, so we can just mention quick. He's fighting. He's our first VIP fighter of 2024.
Yeah.
He lost to Sweden, is it? Sweden?
Yeah, he's got Sweden on, I think, the 12th of January to have another hard fight, which I think that's what he wants to do now. Then he just wants to test himself and find out how good he is, and hopefully the losses he's had recently against real good opposition will bode well for this fight, and hopefully we can go and get a win, and then we can look for maybe title challenges for Mickey Ellison. But you know, he's exactly what you want in a fighter, in that he doesn't say I'll fight anyone. He does fight anyone, and there's lots of people who says they'll fight people, and you know, looking on my list here, I've got 14 kids that are classed as TV fighters now, and I'm looking to get jobs for them, and you know, we put the name forward to these kids that you see on the TVs, on DAZN and Sky and BT. I'll fight anyone, turning them all down. You know, I might change my stance and start telling tales this year. You know, the number of kids that you see on TV said they'll do this and do that, and then they won't. But they're on the TV 2 weeks later saying, I'll fight anyone, we've not turned anyone down, but they are. Mickey Ellison's not in, Mickey Ellison's not in that league, is there? And then just before we start on our own, then really, Jack Cullen,
big fight.
He's got a massive fight on the 20th of January in Liverpool on Sky. He's British and Commonwealth champion after the great win over Mark Efron, and straight away he took his mandatory on, which is Zach Chella, who they boxed before, and they had a draw, didn't they? Bit of a weird fight in lockdown in Eddie's back garden, didn't really kick off with those two, but really, truthfully, the styles of them should have been meaning a better fight, and I think this one will be a real good fight. I mean, Jack's got the bit between his teeth now, and needs to get a roll going, and Zach Chella's coming off the loss and needs to get a win back, so it means a lot to both of those kids, and that'll be a big fight. Yeah, so back on the VIP show, 17th of Feb, Jake Barton and Williams, which we've already spoke about. Next one's in Bolton on the 2nd. Jack Flatley's going to be topping that. Can't announce his opponent and what he's for, but it's going to be eliminator, and a good move for Jack, and a real tough fight for him. Which again, what we're trying to do is put good top of the bills on to help the undercard sell the tickets as well, because you know, I want people to be coming to our shows going away saying they've seen some real good action.
Well, you want them to not only be buying to watch the game they bought the ticket from, but you want them to be staying because it's a great show as well.
Yeah, and a good top of the bill to end it. So that's the second in Bolton. Then we go back to Blackpool on the 9th of March, where we've got another vacant central area title fight between Will Galloway, who's our lad in Blackpool, and Jamie Millers from Doncaster, who's fought on a few of our shows.
Right, yeah.
And both of those are unbeaten, and both of them are up for it. You know, none of them great amateur records, but as I say, unbeaten in pros means the world for them to be fighting for the central area title fight, and that'll be a barnstormer. I can never see Will Galloway being in a bad fight.
No, he again, he likes to fight, doesn't he?
Looking forward to that. And then the 23rd of March in Liverpool, we've got Jake Harrison defending his central area bantamweight against Logan Richardson, who's had all his fights on our shows and he's unbeaten. So, you know, we've seen Logan, and he'll come and push Jake, and again, the style of Jake will mean that'll be another barnstormer as well. So I'm hoping the experience of Jake will pull him through on that one, but it'll be a tough fight for him.
Are we at the Grand Central Hall again there?
That's right, yeah. And then we'll do a show in between this. We're just trying to find venues, and another problem we've got this year is Ramadan being like the 10th of March to the 9th of April. It's going to be difficult. We've kind of got to get the kids out before it starts, otherwise it'd be a long year for them. And as I say, the 27th of April, where we've got all our North East kids out, and I think we've got 5 of our own kids up there now, but the top of the bill up there is going to be Tommy Hodgson for D. Jordan Ellison in the North East, not in Northern area.
Northern area
title fight, yeah.
Which he's already been, hasn't he? Jordan Ellison.
Yeah, so that'll be another good top of the bill. So we've got 5, and there will be a 6th one, you know, before the end of April to be cracking on with. And as I say, we've got a few kids interested in TV, and I don't really want to look back on 2013 because we had like a lot of good things and upsets as well. But what I will say is, you know, it's for 2014. You know, lads who lost in title fights. Mason Cartwright lost for the British. Got to get him back and get another opportunity. He deserves it.
And it was a great fight as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Reece Mould rips off over in Ireland against Gary Cully. I'm still sick to the bottom of my stomach in that you go away as a champion, you're disrespected and put in the, you know, like the changing rooms with all the away kids, and then you're made to go out first, yet you're a champion. You go and win the fight, and they give it the hometown kid. It was sickening for Reece, that. So hopefully we'll get another opportunity for him and he can win a title. Aqib Fiaz got beat for the Commonwealth title in the British Eliminator. Don't know why I didn't turn up on that night, Aqib Fiaz, but he's a talent, and we've seen it not just in the gym but on the TV show. So he'll come back and win a title this year. Josh Warrington, unlucky in his attempt to be a 3-time world champion against Lee Woods, you know, dominating the fight till the referee took a point off him, and he kind of lost his composure and jumped into Lee Wood. Lee Wood, fair play, got 4 or 5 shots off, put him over. He got up, and then the ref deemed he shouldn't have carry on, which, considering the bell gone, was again a disappointment. But you know, Lee Wood's done what he had to do. Fair play to him. But you know, Josh and me and the team feel that, you know, we could and should have got on to win that, and we're hoping we get another chance at a big fight there. If not Lee Wood, someone else. Mark Leach couldn't get any fights for him, so he stepped up to featherweight for the Commonwealth and got beat. So we're going to bring him back down at bantam and super bantam, and then you've got the likes of Delford Barrett, who was told he was going to get a crack at Joe Cardina, but Joe Cardina wouldn't fight him and openly admitted that. Delford's got to get a crack at something now, and I'm chatting with Eddie over a certain fight for him, which will be a big fight for him to start the season off for him, and he's got to move on. Brandon Diard, who just won the English, he's got to move on. Brad Ray's had some good learning fights since he's moved training and ready to go back on boxing.
And just won our performance of the year as well.
Yeah, I was surprised at that one. He said fight of the year, didn't he?
Well, fight of the year, performance of the year.
Fight. He just battered him, but yeah.
That's why I said performance more than fight, because we always knew he was going to win,
yeah.
but not perhaps in the style that he did.
Yeah.
And emphatically, I mean, he was hands down the public's vote as well.
Yeah, and so I've got some other good kids in positions to move forward. So 2014 is going to be good for the lads on the TV shows. It's going to be good for the lads on the VIP shows moving forward to get ready for the TV shows. And we've signed some interesting young talent. That some have made the debuts already, some have got the debuts to come, and you know, it's a positive thing. We've got Reese Woods and Levi Smith both going in the finals of that box cup.
Yeah.
So,
when's that? Is that February that?
I believe it's February the 24th in York Hall, but not been rubber stamped yet, but we're getting there. So as you see, you know, we've had like a nice 10 days off, but we've been grafting our way through it. We've got the tickets out for all the shows that we've got going, and looking forward for 2014. Got some big news to announce for the restructuring of VIP, but that's in the hands of the solicitors at the moment, so we can't mention that. But hopefully in a couple of weeks' time you can come back and I can tell you now that the changes are going to affect everyone, all positive.
You know what I'm excited about though is you've got all those kids that, if we can get back on the big stage, and hopefully they can stay on the big stage, but you've also, 2023 was a great building year for you, where you had all those young signings that you said, all now undefeated, all 3, 4, 5, 6 and 0. And that you must be excited for the end of 2024 where they're going to be, because they look like they can step into the shoes of the guys that are on the big stage.
What I've got to make sure is we don't rush them, and you know, we've seen a lot of the people on the TVs rush kids, and we don't want to do that. If it's another 24 months for these kids and the 10, 11, 12 and all, then they're ready to go. I think that's more likely than 2025 for them. But no, I'm really positive and upbeat and ready to work hard again for the lads, and I just hope that they all work hard in the gym, and between us we can start turning prospects into champions, and you know, past champions back to being champions. You know, still got a few champions, but not the numbers that I really think the stable deserves. But like everyone else, we're just going to have to work harder this year to make sure that we turn everything around, mate. Yeah.
Right, looking forward to it. Alright, well I'll probably catch up with you. Are we going to be going down to watch Jack on the
Yeah, of course we will, mate. Yeah.
Alright, and I'll speak to you before then, mate.
Cheers,
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.